Have you ever felt that you could understand the people around you better, but didn't know exactly how? Perhaps you noticed something in someone's tone of voice, their posture, or even a small gesture that seemed to reveal more than their words did. The truth is, the human body is an open book, and you can learn to read it. No, we're not talking about anything mystical or supernatural, but rather science and practical observation. Imagine for a moment having the ability to understand what people truly think and feel, even when they say nothing at all. This skill can transform the way you negotiate, connect with others, and build deeper, more authentic relationships. The result? You'll never again be fooled by empty words or smiles that hide ulterior motives. It sounds magical, but it's something anyone willing to learn can achieve. In this video, you'll discover simple yet incredibly powerful techniques to uncover the secrets of body language and human behavior. To start this journey, I want to share with you an incredible story from Buddhist wisdom. A story that shows how the true ability to understand others begins with the power of observation. Prepare yourself. What you'll learn today could forever change the way you see the world around you. The Buddhist story of the two brothers. In a distant village, two brothers lived entirely opposite lives. One, blind from birth, saw the world with his mind. The other, a diligent farmer, saw the world but rarely observed it. Their coexistence revealed an unexpected lesson. While the farmer trusted what he saw, the blind brother learned to see by listening to tones of voice, perceiving the rhythm of breaths, and even noticing the sound of footsteps on the earth. He could uncover hidden emotions and unspoken intentions as though he had a special gift. But the truth was, he simply paid attention. One day, the king, intrigued by stories of the blind brother, invited him to the palace. The king wanted to test him, convinced that no man could have such an ability. Yet, the blind man astonished everyone. Just by listening, he described the condition of a doe in the courtyard, pregnant, he said, and revealed something troubling. The queen was hiding a secret. There was no magic or sorcery, just keen observation, a perceptive gaze beyond appearances. The king, disconcerted, realized that what he deemed invisible was, in fact, evident to someone who knew how to observe. Sharpening the mind's focus. Before trying to understand others, it's essential to turn your gaze inward. Think of the focus of the mind as a camera lens. If it's dirty or out of focus, the images captured will be distorted. When the mind is restless, filled with thoughts about the past or worries about the future, you miss the subtle signals that those around you are emitting. To begin, try this exercise. Breathe deeply, observe your surroundings, and for a few seconds, focus on a single sound or movement, like the rustle of a leaf in the wind. This connects you to the present moment. Being in the present sharpens your perception of what's happening around you. Imagine a conversation with a friend. While they're talking, you're thinking about how to respond, instead of observing their tone of voice or the sparkle in their eyes. That's how details slip by. The practice of clearing the mind doesn't require deep meditation. A mindful walk, focusing on the sound of your steps or the movement of trees, can be enough to train your focus. Over time, your ability to notice what once went unnoticed will grow exponentially. Mastering the mind's focus is the first step to accurately reading people. It's like tuning a radio dial. As long as there's static, you won't catch the music. But once you tune in, even the subtlest details become clear. In the next step, we'll talk about one of the most revealing signs, the eyes. Get ready to learn how to uncover secrets hidden in someone's gaze. And believe me, they reveal more than you imagine. Reading the eyes are, as they say, the windows to the soul. But what few realize is that these windows reveal secrets, emotions, and intentions that words cannot hide. When you pay attention to someone's gaze, you're opening a book full of clues. For instance, Eye movements can show whether a person feels comfortable or anxious. If their gaze frequently shifts or avoids direct contact, it may indicate discomfort, dishonesty, or fear. If their pupils are dilated while they talk to you, it's likely a sign of interest or curiosity. A practical tip for decoding eyes is to observe their direction. When a person looks up and to the right, they may be accessing a visual memory, while looking down could indicate introspection or even guilt. Eyebrow movements also play a crucial role. If they raise slightly while you're talking, it suggests surprise or interest. A sudden furrow could signal worry. Try this during a casual conversation. Observe what the eyes and eyebrows say as you listen to the words. The eyes have the power to complement or contradict what's being said. A sincere smile, for example, always reaches the eyes, lifting the cheeks and creating wrinkles at the corners. If that doesn't happen, beware. It may be a fake smile. Understanding this relationship between gaze and expression is like gaining a compass in the terrain of human communication. In the next step, we'll explore how facial expressions complete the picture, opening even more paths to reading emotions accurately. Because the face, like the eyes, never lies. Interpreting facial expressions. The face is like a constantly moving canvas, painted by emotions that the person often isn't even aware of. A smile, for instance, can be a beacon of sincerity or a mask. But how do you distinguish between the two? The secret lies in the eyes. A genuine smile always creates those famous wrinkles at the corners of the eyes, while a fake smile is superficial, limited to the mouth. During a conversation, pay attention to how a friend's smile behaves when they talk about something they truly love. That's the type of expression you want to identify. Another important detail is the forehead. Deep wrinkles that appear suddenly can signal confusion or tension. Think about a work meeting. When someone furrows their brow while the boss presents an idea, it's likely they're processing or silently disagreeing. Then there's the mouth. A slightly contracted mouth can signal discomfort or even disagreement, while a relaxed, sometimes open mouth indicates receptivity. These small details, when combined, create a detailed emotional map. Practicing the interpretation of facial expressions turns any conversation into a reading game. It's not about judging or predicting the future, but about understanding what's happening in the present. To start, train with interview videos. Pause during moments of intense emotion and observe how the face conveys more than the words. Next, we'll discuss something broader, the role of gestures and body language as essential complements to reading human behavior. Because the entire body has something to say, body language and gestures. The human body is like an open book, but only to those who know how to read between the lines. Every movement, from a simple crossing of arms to a nervous touch of the face, is laden with meaning. For example, when someone crosses their arms, it may signal defensiveness or discomfort. Picture a social situation. You present an idea to a group, and one person crosses their arms while leaning slightly back. They might be disagreeing, even if they say nothing. Now, if someone leans forward while you're speaking, it's almost like silent applause, showing interest and attention. Another key aspect is hand gestures. Quick, nervous movements can betray anxiety or impatience. Imagine someone waiting in line, drumming their fingers, or fidgeting with their phone. This behavior, while common, reveals restlessness. Now compare this to someone who gestures openly while speaking. Hands raised and fluid movements suggest comfort and enthusiasm. Practice with friends or colleagues during a conversation. Notice how the energy of their words reflects, or doesn't reflect, in their gestures. Body language is powerful because, unlike words, it rarely lies. If someone frequently touches their face or taps their foot, they might be hiding something or feeling pressured. Experiment in public spaces. Observe how couples in a cafe, co-workers in an office, or even strangers on public transport express their thoughts through their bodies. This reading creates a deeper connection with others. And now that you know what to observe in faces, eyes, and bodies, it's time to piece it all together. The human puzzle is almost complete. Understanding nonverbal cues is like learning a new language, one that's all around us all the time. The secret lies in staying present and noticing details that once went unnoticed. Every look, gesture, or facial expression is a piece of a larger puzzle, revealing the thoughts and emotions of the person before you. With practice, you'll become someone who understands beyond words, creating deeper and more meaningful connections. Practicing these skills is the path to greater empathy, better communication, and understanding the true intentions behind actions. So, how do you plan to apply this in your daily life? Think about everyday situations like a conversation with a friend, a work meeting, or even a casual encounter. Each moment is an opportunity to put these techniques into practice. For example, next time someone crosses their arms while you speak, gently ask what they're thinking. You'll be surprised at how often the body and words move in opposite directions. Now, it's your turn to act. How about starting by observing the signals around you and little by little becoming a master at understanding people? Don't forget to keep learning about these and other fascinating topics. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss a tip that could transform your perspective on the world. And remember, communication is the key to unlocking all doors. So which will you open first?